Sam stood beneath the twisted canopy of the Whispering Grove, where the trees spoke in voices older than words. Elra had left him there that morning with a cryptic instruction. Today you will meet the others, not followers, not protectors, allies. The thread is not a straight line, Sam. It's a braid. Now he waited alone, sunlight flickering through the silver leaves, the air thick with scent of pine, lavender, and something sweetly electric, like a storm that hadn't arrived yet. He had no sword, no wand, just the satchel on his back and the question that never stopped echoing in his head. Why me? A low whistle split the air. Sam turned just in time to see a boy, tall, tan, and grinning, like he'd just stolen something, land gracefully in front of him, carried by a gust of wind, literally. Woo! Close one, the boy said, brushing himself off. His cloak was a dark green that shimmered like beetle shells, and his boots didn't touch the ground unless he forced them to. You're Sam, right? He asked, flashing a dazzling grin. Name's Riven. Half aerial, full rogue, expert tree hopper. You fly? Float, forward style, glide. Depends on the day. Sam stared. Is this your entrance? Just drop out of the sky? Riven smirked. Only for important people. Before Sam could respond, another voice rang out. Clear, clipped, and a little annoyed. You're late, Riven. Out of the trees stepped a girl in sleek black armor, trimmed with crimson sigils. She carried a twin curved daggers at her hips and had a hawk's intensity in her eyes. Her jet black hair was tied back in a braid that looked sharp enough to cut glass. She walked up to Sam, gave him one measured look, then nodded. Kira Dernis, Blood Witch, Shadow Blade. I don't do speeches. You don't do smiles either, apparently, Riven muttered. I smile when it's earned. Sam blinked. Blood Witch? She nodded. Magic drawn from life itself. Sacrifice, vows, pain with purpose. Don't worry, I don't practice on friends. You just terrify them, Riven added. Sam felt the air shift again. A warm breeze blew through the clearing, carrying with it petals from 100 unseen flowers. The air hummed like a lullaby. And then a girl stepped into view, or rather, glowed into view. She had golden skin threaded with veins of silver and hair that shimmered like a sunlit waterfall. Her eyes were luminous white. Every step she took left the grass a shade greener. I'm Lyra, she said in a voice like harp strings. Of the Solari. My people are healers, song weavers, and light keepers. Sam stared. Are you glowing? She smiled. A little. Don't get used to it, Kira muttered. She's basically a walking lantern. I like to think I brighten things up. Sam took a slow breath and looked at the three of them. So, you're the ones I'm supposed to travel with? Not supposed, Lyra said gently. We chose to come. Riven gave a mock bow. We're the fellowship of the guy who fell in a cave. Kira rolled her eyes. Prophecy or not, we don't need you to be perfect. Just be ready. Sam folded his arms, and what if I'm not either? Kira stepped closer. Then we fight beside you anyway, but you'd better not hesitate when it counts. Lyra touched his shoulder. The prophecy is only one thread in the weave. Destiny is something you accept, not something forced on you. Sam sighed. Everyone keeps talking about this prophecy. Can someone just explain it plainly? Riven sat on a mossy rock. Sure. Long story short, there's a bunch of old prophecies written by seers centuries ago. Some contradict, some align, but yours, the THREADBORNE, says you'll either save Aetherhelm or help destroy it. Helpful. Right? Here's the catch, Lyra added. The prophecy isn't absolute. It's a possibility. A branch on a tree. You are the deciding factor. Sam was quiet a moment. Then, so I can walk away, let someone else deal with it? You can, Kira said flatly, but the world would start falling apart just because you looked away. Lyra knelt before him and took his hand. You were brought here for a reason, Sam. Not to be something you're not, but to remember who you've always been. That night, they sat around a fire built in the clearing, each sharing fragments of how they'd come to Atherhelm. Riven had been raised in a floating city of Skyhold, a rogue by trade, a thief by necessity. He'd been caught stealing a wind relic from the council and offered a choice, prison or a greater purpose. I chose poorly, he joked, flipping a dagger. Kira's story was darker. Her entire village had been consumed by hollow spawn, monsters of shadow that bled through cracks in the veil. She'd survived by striking a blood pact with an ancient spirit. Her magic came at a cost, but she bore it without complaint. Lyra had been born in a grove where the light never faded. She had felt the hollow stirring long before anyone else. We live at the edge of prophecy, she said. I knew when I saw your thread flare, the time had come. When it was Sam's turn, he hesitated. I was just hiking, he said quietly. Trying to get away from everything. I didn't ask for any of this. No one ever does, Kira said. But now that I'm here, he looked up at the stars above the hollow, brighter, stronger than the ones above Massachusetts. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something huge, like I've been sleepwalking and now I'm finally awake. They were quiet for a moment. Then Riven said, that was almost inspiring. 10 points to House Lost and Confused. Sam laughed, and for the first time it felt genuine. Later that night, Sam had another dream. But this time, it wasn't the tree or the gate. He was in a field of silver grass beneath a violet sky. A figure stood ahead, cloaked in mist. It looked like him. Same eyes, same build, but older, wiser, worn. You've only just begun, the figure said, but the path is treacherous. You will lose things, people, parts of yourself. Are you me? I'm what you become if you stay true to the thread. Sam stepped forward. What happens if I don't? The figure turned, and behind him the sky cracked like glass. Then the hollow devours all. Sam woke with a gasp. His satchel was glowing. From inside, the orb Elra had given him pulsed faintly. The visions swirled faster now. Flashes of swords, spells, battles, and faces. His companions. Lyra, Kira, Riven, and someone else, a fifth. A shadowy figure, blurred, just out of reach. At dawn, Alia returned to the clearing with a parchment scroll sealed in wax. She handed it to Sam. The council has confirmed your mission. Your first journey will take you through Thornmere Wilds. From there, across the Battered Bridge to the edge of Underglen. There you'll find the Mirror of Veyr. What's it for? Sam asked, pocketing the scroll. To see your true self, Elra said. The you beneath all doubt, the thread you fear and long for. And if I don't like what I see, Sam said. Elra looked at him with ancient eyes. Then you change it. They left that afternoon. 4 travelers heading into the wild. 1 thief, 1 warrior, 1 healer, and 1 uncertain boy with fire in his blood and a prophecy chasing his heels. As they passed beneath the great silver arch that marked the edge of Silthmere, a wind stirred the trees. The whispering grove spoke again, but this time Sam understood it. You are not alone. And for the first time since he'd stumbled into this world, Sam believed it. He didn't know what would come next, but he was ready to face it, with his allies beside him, and his thread uncertain, dangerous, full of hope, finally beginning to sing.